shit. Don't know what's gonna happen tonight. What's up, Ashtray DK? Checking in. At a show. Cool, man. Rocking the new shirt. Some of you have already purchased some of these new shirts, and I have already shipped them out. I was at the post office today. Boy, do I hate the post office. That's why I'm happy to shit, I already fucked up. If that was going to be a mock ad read, I just messed it up. I'm happy to announce that I'm partnering with Stamps.com. No, I'm not. Damn, it's like, can't even get Stamps.com. They literally will sponsor anybody. No, I am tired of going to the post office, though. But whatever, it's worth it. If people are willing to buy the shirts, then I'm willing to go 2 minutes down the road and stand in line at the post office. It only becomes really annoying when it's like outside of the U.S. I can handle U.S. ones, but when I gotta go to I guess next time I'm there, I guess I can grab a stack of the customs forms. Filling out customs forms are a pain in the ass. And they take longer to process. Because I shipped one of the shirts out to Canada today. Get old British Columbia. But yeah. So I titled this video, I am going to let's try to watch Kiss meets the Phantom of the Park. Try because, oh look, The Completionist has a new video out. Completing Donkey Kong Bonanza made me obsessed with the lore. That's great. Okay, cool. It just got done rendering. All right, so anyway, yeah, before I said we're going to try to watch the Kiss movie, because, like, I know how these dudes are, man. Gene and Paul. I know how they are with their IPs. And, like, even though I did flip the image, which I've been told is a good way to get around the copyright system, honestly, I don't really think that's a fail-safe, though. I think that, I think for some things it might work. I see a lot of people use this for, like, just regular-ass YouTube videos. Like, they'll be, like, playing, like, a video clip from, like, a radio show or something, like The Breakfast Club, and they'll have the video mirror flipped, and it's like, I don't think you're going to get any strikes for that, but for something like this, I feel like simply flipping the video isn't going to be good enough, so I should probably go ahead and, like, I don't know, just retitle this video to whatever. It's probably going to be a VMA, honestly. Those are just the easiest for me to default to and to talk about off the cuff. But as most of you well know at this point, because it's made headline news, Ace Frehley died, I believe it was yesterday or the day before. Yeah, seriously, you should put a running gamble on how long you think it's going to let me stream for before it shuts me the fuck down. But Ace Frehley died recently. I didn't get into Kiss until way later into the game, and I still wouldn't even consider myself into them. I do definitely like some of their songs. Like, I think a few of their albums are okay. Okay, hold on. I knew I was going to pull some shit here. It's saying my disk space is almost full, and I know why that is. It's because I just recently streamed Halloween. Well, not streamed, but I watched Halloween and recorded myself watching it for my Patreon. Let me see. What can I fucking delete here to free up some space? God damn. I know that's taking up most of the space. Halloween 2007, the one that Rob Zombie directed. Yeah, I'll go ahead and delete this too, I guess. Fine, then fuck off. All right. Back in action, I guess. Sorry, I got like 3 different things going on with the back end here, and as I'm trying to do this stream right now. Yeah. Could have been more prepared, but I wasn't. All right. Anyway, yeah, I got into Kiss really later on in the game. Growing up, I hated Kiss because the only song they ever really played on the radio was like, I wanna rock and roll all night. And I don't want to sing anymore because, you know, the Kiss camp gonna come down with Thor's hammer there, saying, okay, well that's a cover, so you just did a cover version of that song, so give us money. Oh my God, Kiss is me. I asked for money. But no, I don't know, songs like Love Gun and Psycho Circus. I like Ace. Ace had a very sloppy lead guitar style, which was very rock and roll to me. Felt very organic, very natural. It didn't felt like it was like a solo played by an actual person and not some like perfectly polished like guitar solo you'd hear nowadays on like new rock radio, where like every single note's got to be like pitch perfect, and you know it's got to be like right on the metronome perfectly. Like Ace was a sloppy player, and I liked that, especially like live, because he was probably high and drunk. And like even shit like he would wear all these rings, you know, when he played, and they would like make this like they'd like rub up against the guitar strings and shit, and like he would just refuse to take his rings off because it's not rock and roll to take your rings off or whatever. So he'd just leave them on, and it just kind of gave it its own that's his sound now. So yeah, I don't know. Paul Stanley was the perfectionist, you know. He was the fake guy, the showman, you know. But you need a Paul Stanley, I feel like, to like counteract the sloppiness of Ace. And then Gene was also just like the performer who just completely snapped into this persona when he got on stage. And then when he got off, he turned into this, you know, shrewd businessman. Ace was just always the same person, whether he was on stage or off stage, and you gotta like that about someone. Same with Peter Criss, but you know, Ace was actually good at his instrument, and Peter he was at one point, and then I don't know what the fuck happened to that dude. For their 1996 reunion, man, seeing some of his performances on the drums, like he looks like he's like afraid that they're gonna like break or something. He's barely tapping them. Paul Stanley talks plenty of shit about Peter and Ace in his biography. What's it called? Face Off? No, that ain't it. Gene's is like Kiss and Makeup or something. Anyway, Paul Stanley's got I really highly recommend his memoir. He's really like well spoken, and I don't know. Like listening to his memoir kind of got me into the band. So anyway, let's try to watch this. Let's see how long we can make it into it before the stream gets cut off. Like I said, I did flip the image, and maybe I'll make it small. Not like super small, but maybe if I make it small enough, there'll be enough shit going on screen besides just the movie to where, you know, it's considered fair fucking use. That'd be cool. I still feel like we're not going to get very far with this one, though. And then it's on to the VMAs, baby. Oh, Ben Stiller, who are you wearing? Oh my God, it's Jennifer Aniston. Who are you wearing? Nope, this is not the movie that we're trying to watch. That was the Halloween one. The 2007 Halloween movie. Where did I go? Why did I disappear? No, hold on. Okay, where's Josh at? All right, I guess I accidentally deleted myself. No, don't worry. Don't panic, anybody. Just have to add myself back, I guess. Sorry. I'm so very sorry. So very sorry. All right, there I am. Get your ass down there. Such a professional stream. I'm so sorry. So very sorry. Okay. All right, let's just, I don't know. Let's like just keep it this size. See how long we get away with that. Me, if I'm a fucking amusement park owner, that look that he just had on his face, just whatever.
Sneed, what are you doing?
This could get out of hand real easy, Mr. Richards. We don't want a riot on our hands.
A riot? Don't be ridiculous. High-spirited kids, that's what I see. They're just reflecting the spirit of the park, that's all. We've got the rides, the attractions, and we've got KISS. Look, all they come to see are their heroes. Get with it, Sneed. They even gave themselves a name. They call themselves the KISS Army. That opening concert tonight is going to put us on the map once and for all.
Just think, the early days of Juggalo culture had already started all the way back in the 70s. No, backwards Russian, yoyek. What kind of Russian bullshit is this? With the cheerleaders holding up the Cyrillic there, I don't appreciate. I thought this was America last time I checked.
Mr. Devereaux. There's a lot of really strange things going on in the workshop.
Sam? Do you have to go to work now?
I better check in. I'll meet you at the snack bar in an hour, sweetheart.
So far, this movie is giving me The Room mixed with Plumbers Don't Wear Ties vibes. Like, it's a more like English being the first language based coherency. It's got that going for it. But it's got that uncanny valley level of corniness that The Room and like Plumbers Don't Wear Ties have. So far, that's what I'm getting.
Hurry back. I love you.
I love you too.
Looky, I wasn't consulted, and I should have been. I have designed this park. Did you see the people fighting for tickets? Every ride, every attraction is a result of my creativity, my genius, and you go around making arbitrary decisions. Oh, what's the point?
Yeah, when it's flipped, everything just looks like it's in Russian or something. It's funny. So far, so good. Goddamn, we're 6 minutes in. I don't know. I think there is like a little attrition period that YouTube gives you before they like clamp clamp the jaws down of banniness.
Ab, calm down. My making those decisions is nothing new. Besides, you're always locked up in your workshop incommunicado.
That's right, but it's still no excuse. I insist on being consulted where my inventions are involved.
Excuse me, can you tell me where Kiss is signing autographs?
That's just a rumor, son. Kiss aren't even here yet.
See, I told you. Let's go. I want to get a good seat.
Oh, you got plenty of time. The concert doesn't start for hours. Why don't you have a good time? Enjoy the park.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Abner, I'm sorry about Freddie the Fox and Oliver the Walrus, but I'm sorry you're upset.
All right, what about my requisition for research and development funds? It's been 3 weeks. I'm being strangled creatively.
Abner, I live with the books. You don't.
Dude, what a boring intro to a Kiss movie. Like, good lord. Like, so much. This is like the fucking, like, Star Wars Episode 2 where there's just, like, mainly, like, dialogue about the Senate and trade wars and shit. Like, what the fuck? Was it Episode 2? Are all the prequels pretty much talking about, like, galactic politics for, like, at least a third of the fucking movie? It's kind of, I feel like, what's going on right now. I know they're laying the groundwork and all that, but Jesus Christ, this is boring.
We put a lot of money into your work, and I'm not so sure we're not a little behind the times with all these mechanics.
What in the actual fuck is this, Josh? Any motherfuckers read? It's Kiss made a movie a long time. Well, Kiss was coerced by their manager Bill O'Coin to participate in the making of a movie that they had to star in. Kind of like a Scooby-Doo meets the, Phantom of your mom's ass, kind of one of those things. But they did it with Kiss because it was back when their manager was trying to sell them as kind of like a novelty band. And so why not shove them in a movie? The Who had already done it, and it was awful. And I guess they thought they could do a better job. Yeah, Kiss, the members of Kiss definitely are not, I mean, especially Peter and Ace, they're going to act like, so apparently the story goes, Peter and Ace acted like they didn't participate in this movie on principle. So a lot of times it was like body doubles and shit with them. That's why Ace's double is famously played by a black dude. But the real story is Peter and Ace were just too busy getting drunk and high and couldn't be bothered to do this. But they revisionist history is they're like, oh no, this was just clearly such a horrible project for us that we just did not want to, we didn't want to be involved in it. But I don't know. I guess it depends on who you ask. But yeah, pretty much everyone in the band cites this as being like an atrocious movie.
Monsters and all these cute little cartoon characters that jerk their arms around.
That's because you've never really understood my work. Calvin, I'm on the threshold of a major breakthrough. The creations I'm working on now, they're revolutionary. They're not like anything anybody's ever worked on or dreamed of. They will astound the world. But I need funds and a little more time.
Peter's voice was dubbed over by the guy who played Drew Pickles on Rugrats. Holy shit. That's mad work, girl.
Can't you get that through your head? I don't know. It's just that I'm upset because it seems I have to beg on my knees for research and development funds. Yeah, that's what I mean. How much did that cost?
That's good public relations, Abner.
Yes, I suppose you're right about that. But all the same, I need my research and development fund.
That was probably their actual manager being like, how much did that cost? But they just like accidentally filmed it.
I'm at a crucial... Only for the press. Press people only. Sam, start shooting now.
There's a good eight or nine of you that said like, yes, you do want 5 minutes alone with that George Washington uwu dummy. That's interesting. Okay. All right. I mean, he'll lick whatever you want. He's like a robot. No, he's just been thoroughly sissy trained. He enjoys all of it.
And get each of their faces from every possible angle. That's fine, Sam.
Oh, is he gonna make evil robots out of them?
Hold it, miss.
Sam?
That's
Yeah,
not
I
enough.
forgot. I always forget the name of the face. The Ahigayo face. I don't know how to pronounce that.
You're looking for someone, but it's not Kiss.
My fiance Sam, he was taking pictures of you.
There are dozens of
Oh, never mind then. You have been released from our command.
photographers out there. How could anyone ever...
That looked like fucking, was it Kevin Spacey in like fucking American Beauty just then?
He was here.
This is ridiculous.
Sam's still in the park.
Oh shit. Oh yeah, Peter Criss is like, he's like 5'6" or like 5'8" or something. And like all the other dudes in Kiss, I think, are like around like 6 foot, 6'1". So like even without their like little platform boots, little Peter Criss hanging out with the tall boys.
Though I know that you are sleeping, girl, there's something I must say. Though the road may
No, not even if I wasn't getting copyright striked for that, I still would mute it. Just no. Not gonna do it. Not gonna happen. Wouldn't be prudent. God, I fucking knew music was still playing. I could tell by her just sitting there not saying anything. 1970s hot.
Sorry, miss. The park is closed now.
I'll be back tomorrow. I'm not giving up.
Peter Criss also didn't use good technique, but I think I liked his voice the best. He had a good, Peter Criss had a really good voice to do like, I don't know, like Rod Stewart type music or just shit like that. Like he definitely didn't fit in with like I think even Ace's vocals fit in with the vibe more. Peter, like all those dudes could, well, except Gene, that smelly from the Mother Country cod piece, that smeared in dung.
What the?
Dude, you know what would be a fucking amazing turn of events in this movie? Is if like Rush came in and like kicked Kiss's ass and then like Rush put on a concert. That shit would be such a cool plot twist. And they could have done that, but I don't think Geddy, Neil, and Alex would have agreed to that. But one can, you know, have my fanfic. I can rewrite this fucking movie. Rush was on tour with Kiss for large swatches of the 70s, so it's not out of the question that Rush could have done that. Although Kiss was way bigger than Rush at this point. And you know what? I wonder who has the most monthly plays on Spotify now. Cast your vote. Do you think Rush is bigger on Spotify? Is the only metric I have to go off of at this point. Do you think Rush is bigger now or Kiss? Both had band members die recent. Well, Neil died in 2020. What am I talking about? I'm going to say probably Kiss is bigger in the Spotifys. But I'm finna look that shit up, though. Let's see what happens. I mean, obviously, I would hope for it to be Rush, but that Kiss Army, man, I don't know if Rush's people. Rush never even came up with a name for their crowd, their audience. And Kiss has the face paint and the merchandise, but Rush has the better songs. Like by a fucking country mile, they have the better songs. Gensto 999, take my money. Thank you. I will. I appreciate it. You just made me unfurl the noose from around my neck. Anybody who's actually watching this, don't actually tell her I didn't have a noose around my neck. I'm trying to create high drama here. God, Spotify is saying it's sweet goddamn time to like open. Okay, never mind. We'll get back to that Rush versus Kiss thing with the. Yeah, I mean Jen might be a girl. Daddy, I'm your little girl. Sorry, I was referencing a porno thing from earlier. You don't want to know about any of that. You don't want to know part of this shit, Dewey. Oh, that'd be a fun movie to watch on live stream. Is Walk Hard, the Dewey Cox story. I'd just be laughing the whole time.
Let's go get some coffee.
Spotify just not gonna fucking open right now. Just being a dick.
Now what?
Oh, is that? Look at those totally convincing cement blocks. Holy shit. Yes, there's a Kiss FPS. I fucking did a whole review on it, which I feel I'm gonna play that review after this shitty movie is over, because I did the makeup and everything. That game fucking sucked on Dreamcast anyway.
Hey, quick! This is Jay. I'm at Station 48. Hey,
Yeah, someone else did the fucking spot. I think mine's not working. Ami says Kiss have 16 million monthly listeners. What's Rush have? What's the grand total on Roche?
backup units over here. Just do it, man!
Walk Hard spoofed a bunch of different movies. They spoofed the Ray Charles movie. They spoofed the Elvis movie, the Jerry Lee Lewis movie, obviously the Johnny Cash movie. It was most directly aimed at Johnny Cash, but like if you watched all those biopics on those various artists, that Walk Hard took from all of them, I'm telling you. They're only 3 million for Rush? Oh, you gotta be fucking kidding me. What the fuck? That blows my mind. I feel like it's rigged. That's fucking disrespectful that Kiss have them beat by that much. I even pretty much called that, though. I figured. Damn. Yeah, that sounds like a copyright strike in the making, so I'm going to mute that. I think bad Gene Simmons only does that lion roar. I think that's the only noise he can make, if I'm recalling this correctly, which is kind of hilarious. He's just like, anytime he says anything. Is that a bunch of old Kodak boxes? They just used like shit they had laying around the studio for the props in the background. This is where the movie's getting good. Having the band try to act. Nero Smith says Kiss has the technique, Rush has the heart. Truly the minds that less. Okay, that's last bit's corny, but whatever. No, Rush have the technique. Rush have all the technique. They're some of the most technical, popular musicians in the, if you want to use the term, classic rock world. Prog rock, they're right up there with, yes, Genesis, you know, all those groups, ELP, King Crimson, what have you. Kiss never played fucking anything technical. I would say Kiss had the heart, but I felt like Kiss was like a brand from the get-go. Like, Kiss has the showmanship, okay? I'll give you that. Yes, a Kiss concert probably visually more interesting than a Rush concert. I will give you that, and that is all I will give you. That is it.
Right, it's Sneed. I mean, let's talk about this privately.
Quoting Farewell to Kings, I know you're quoting Closer to the Heart, but I'm pretty sure there's not a song in Farewell to Kings where Geddy's like, Kiss has the technique and Rush has the heart. I don't think Ged ever shouted out another band in their songs. I don't think Neil would have wrote that.
Excuse us.
I'm going for the lead.
Do your stupid little lion roar. That was one of my takeaways from this movie, is he just I haven't seen Tyrone yet, but oh cool, there's like a fucking random like carpenter ant on my desk right now, just like walking around. Where are my goddamn spiders at? I have several of them who live in my house who I do not kill. I leave them be. They usually handle these fucking ants. You can't see it on camera, obviously. Hell. I love spiders. I like when they grow to the size of HD TVs. I would not go that far with it, okay? I was with you up until a very certain point, and then I instantly was like against what you were saying with the quickness.
Man, if I hear demon one more time.
I said monster, not demon.
Same difference.
Yeah? Well, you should see his feet.
What kind of crazy ass Scandinavian itidrukes if esekefo. I say I don't. This is some kind of Russian bootleg, bro. This isn't even the real one.
They've got eyes.
Since you're one of the walking wounded, you want me to feel...
It sounds like behind. Is this behind the scenes right now? Like, I feel like these guys aren't even like the audio's kind of bad, and they're just kind of like lounging around. Like, I feel like this is like behind the scenes.
in for you tomorrow night with Gloria?
Be my guest. You conned me into it to begin with.
That's gratitude for you. You're the one that's always complaining about no dates because of the night shift.
Oh, wait, never mind the shitty acting. This is still the movie.
They're terrific chicks.
Yeah, they're a gas.
Oh, there's the sissy bots. Sissy trained femboy bots. Their holes are ready.
talisman. They all led up to the park.
Especially what Melissa said about that Abner cat.
We've got to find Devereaux.
Oh, what are we waiting for?
That actually did sound like Ace. He's got a very... Ace Frehley has a very unique laugh. It's slightly obnoxious, but kind of endearing.
I walk the streets by day. I never know what to say. It doesn't matter anyway. This Devereaux cat has the whole world wired.
Not this cat.
You're on your knives now, Kitty.
Alright, stop with all the goddamn copyrighted Kiss music, motherfucker. Don't make me silence you again, bitch. yeah, now they will ride a merry-go-round like metal gods. I would fancy some cotton candy after this. The pink kind. I had this gross thing I used to do when I would get cotton candy when I was a kid. I'd just spit on it and just watch how it just ate into the frayed sugar webs. That shit was fascinating to me. But then it would harden and become this gross spit sugar thing. Now I'm sure someone would pay a lot of money for an e-celeb to do that and send it to them. But when I was a kid, it was a lot more innocent. I swear to God.
Right.
One of my good friends, dude who's gonna be playing. He's gonna be our replacement drummer for our Halloween show coming up. His last name is Catman. 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 What a dope. I make fun of him all the time. You have a stupid last name. And he's like, yeah, I know. It's like, how is that your real fucking last name? He even made a Facebook post about it. One time he's like, I have a really dumb last name. And then his aunts and uncles and grandfathers you should be proud of that last name and blah, blah. They were all giving him shit. And it's it was funny. I don't know. You had to be there, I guess. It was, yeah, Catman, Catman. That's his last name. Apparently it's some German derivative or something like that, but when I first met this motherfucker over 10, 13, 14 years ago, he messaged me on MySpace, and I thought it was a fake profile, because I was like, that's not a real last name. Nope, that's just his last name.
Left.
Oh, don't worry, he's gotten all the scat, man. Any variation of anything of that, he's got. I've called him all the he's heard it. In every direction. Puerta. That's not as bad as Catman.
Very well then. Come ahead, Kiss. I may be outnumbered, but I am not outmanned.
Okay, I think this scene is where those are pretty cool masks, by the way. Kind of creepy. I do like how 67% of you feel like, yes, this is just as good as Pink Floyd's The Wall. I mean, accurate. So I think The Wall came out like maybe a year or two after this movie, so it wasn't even that long after that that epic ass movie came out. I think this is where Ace's black stunt double might be able to be seen, because it's like this big in a New York groove. Is it like a lighter skinned black guy, or I don't know? Like, I don't know what kind of black guy are we looking for here. Okay. Oh, this pie white guy, I guess. Okay, that seems to be a Caucasian Ace. I know for a fact, it's been said in both Gene and Paul's memoirs that there was a black dude stunt double to play Ace at one point here. I gotta feel like this is the big fight scene. I think Gene Simmons is probably invincible with just his normal breath. Okay, guess that's not the scene.
Modesty's always been his strongest suit.
This is unreal.
It's all unreal. Devereaux.
Working on E-celebs and just do kind of something you want to do that might not be I mean, this sucks. This movie sucks, and but it's kind of one of those we all have to suffer together things, like a shared trauma bonding kind of dealio is kind of what's going on with this.
Your ride is about over.
Oh, what? Really? Oh, damn. All right, well, oh shit. Well, let me not play the same offending video. Yeah, we made it through a lot of that, you know. I'm obviously I'm not gonna tempt fate by like pushing YouTube to let me play the very end. So instead, I'll just play the review I did on their shitty ass video game there. Then maybe we can watch. Tom Snyder actually had a really funny interview with the band where Ace was just fucking, he was on like the next level of just being I thought it was fucking hilarious, but yeah, you could see Paul and Gene getting so pissed off because they had this like very clean cut cultivated image that they were trying to do. No, don't do that. Download. Fuck off, and then fuck on. All right, here we go. Dude, we probably had like 15 or 20 minutes left. Less than 30 minutes, yeah. Oh, come on now. Don't do this. I think I've used this downloader app a lot lately, so they're getting clever to my saying fail to down. Brett, it's my own fucking video, man. Come on. The hell. Jesus Christ. Really? We're gonna do this now? All right, so my video downloader program's now like refusing to cooperate. And that's not good when you have a fucking live stream going on, because it's not like I can restart my computer. Online video downloader, it's resorted to this. Oh, this link's not supported. Okay, so that only works for non-YouTube stuff. Cool. All right, what about this one? I paid for this fucking video downloader that I normally use, and it's like telling me, no, you can't do it. All right, let me try it again. All right, now it's working. Must have some, like, I don't know what. All right, so anyway, sadly, during their Psycho Circus era, which was like, I think 99 or something like that. Okay. Yeah, people saying, yay, we back. And I'm like, what, did I get shut down again? Todd McFarlane, the creator of Spawn, did like a whole Kiss comic book around this time, which it's like, Todd, come on, man, don't do that. Don't get involved in the cheesy band. Okay, this is my own video, so I shouldn't be getting taken down for this. So yeah, they did this shitty, I think it was like 98 or 99. They did this fucking shitty ass game on the Sega Dreamcast, and I've heard on PC it's a lot better, but it was goddamn horrific on the Dreamcast. And I made a video about this. Probably, when did I put this video out? 5 years ago. There you go. So around probably 2019, 2020. I finally get to talk about Kiss. Yay! Kiss is a band that is famously known for hawking any old piece of crap with their name plastered on it just to make a buck. This idea was started all the way back in the early days of Kiss when their manager Bill O'Coin saw an unorthodox opportunity for a unique-looking band like Kiss to market themselves outside of just selling records. Before you knew it, you had Kiss action figures, Kiss coolers, Kiss deodorant, Kiss Hello Kitty brand toilet paper, and even Kiss condoms. Yes, that's right, you can practice safe sex with Gene Simmons' disgusting face on the actual rubber. So it was only a matter of time before Kiss finally made their way onto a... This was back when I had shitty, those Rode mics. I don't know if you're into like YouTube, like if you're a YouTuber, like they all use these like Rode mics that just like mounted on top of your DSLR. And I like so many YouTubers would swear by them back then. I thought it sounded like shit. As you can hear, the audio is not good at all. And I sold mine on eBay, and now I just use this. Yeah, it was hard to get that star exactly right, but no, I feel like I did okay job with, I mean, Paul Stanley's makeup is honestly the easiest one to do, so that's why I chose it. Video game console, and I'm surprised it took them until the year 2000 to do so. But on October 19th, 2000, we finally got Kiss Psycho Circus, The Nightmare Child. I know the name rolls right off the tongue, and you may be asking yourself, why is it such a long title after Kiss? Why is it Psycho Circus Nightmare Child? It's not even a sequel to anything. This is the first game in the series. Well, the answer is, my friend, brand marketing, duh. The marketing minds at Kiss knew that the only point of this game's existence was brand marketing. And what were they marketing at the time? Well, their 1998 album Psycho Circus and the Todd McFarlane comic book series that went along with it. This video game is loosely based off of all that, and if you think for 1 second I'm going to acknowledge or bring up the storyline in this game, you are missing the point. You know, I really like Todd McFarlane's like style when it came to Spawn, but like that dude as an animator or illustrator, whatever, that dude is kind of a one-trick pony. Like, Todd McFarlane has, like, one certain way he, like, illustrates shit, and it's like what you're seeing here, just everything's, like, extreme, you know? That's kind of how the dude, that's the only way he kind of really knows how to, like, draw, because, like, Spawn was the same way. He did Spider-Man for a while, and it all kind of like looked like this, you know, just very intense, I guess. I don't know. I'm not like a good enough, like I'm not an artist. I'm not like, you know, when it comes to drawing and shit, whatever you want to call that. I'm not that. Music, audio, that visual shit. It's more, well, like with video cameras and music, that's my, not drawing. Drawing is out of my wheelhouse, like 110. I suck at drawing. I suck fucking, you watching can draw better than me, which isn't saying a whole lot. I mean, completely. Yeah, Spawn animated series on HBO was awesome. Me and my friend been watching it currently. Because the story doesn't matter and this game is fucking awful. You start out as Pablo Ramirez. By the way, this is how dark the video game is when you start it up on the Dreamcast. Like, literally, this is not... do not adjust your televisions. This is how dark the game is. Starbearer. And just in case you're a complete idiot, this is supposed to represent lead singer Paul Stanley. They tell you as much in the instruction manual, which I don't understand, because literally the only people who would have bought this game would have been Kiss fans or some poor unfortunate kid whose parents didn't know the difference between this and an actual good game. The manual says you can choose which character you want to start out as, but I didn't seem to get that choice, so now I'm Paul Stanley. Cool. I'm the one whose idea it was to open our concerts with a fucking painter instead of a band. Honestly, I watched that footage. It's actually pretty impressive. They opened up with the painter guy there for, I don't know if it was like portions of their farewell tour, but they, like, the opening act was not a band. It was this guy who painted. And then, of course, once he, like, and he was real fast and good at what he did. I might pull that up actually, because it's truly impressive to see that shit. And then of course they sold it after, you know, the show to the highest bidder, because it's Kiss we're talking about. But people like dissed that decision at the time. But I actually watched the video. I was like, okay, that actually would be visually interesting to see. I think they played like Kiss music while he was doing it. And I don't know. It's something different, you know? Would you rather see that or some fucking Well, I don't know. I guess if you're Kiss, the opening band's going to be like a really big... Whatever. Shut up. Fuck you. Yeah, that's me. Thanks for starting me off with this guy. So, I'm in a room of some kind, though it's hard to tell because everything is so fucking dark. That is a theme that is going to be heavily repeated in this game, so just get used to not being able to see anything for like 75% of the game. Anyway, starting out, you'll find that the controls are all kinds of awful. The analog stick controls where you look, and the face buttons control movement. This was the old-fashioned way most single-stick controllers would move a character in three-dimensional games. Usually, this control style doesn't bother me that much, but in this game, the sensitivity of the analog stick is ridiculous! It's nearly impossible to move and look straight ahead at the same time. The camera is going all over the place in this dark nether realm of shit. I finally figured out that there was a way to adjust the sensitivity of the analog stick, and this made the game much more playable, but still not good by any stretch of the imagination. The weapon you start out with for the first part of the game is a sword-like thingy. I'm not sure that's the technical name for it, but does it really matter? Eventually you get a machine gun and a shotgun of some kind, but you can't spit shine a turd, so it's not like any of that makes this game more playable. The enemy designs in this game are pathetic. Just generic polygonal globs that look ripped straight out of a Sega CD era game. Dreamcast games typically looked way better than this. Eventually, you will collect pieces of armor, which will give you more health, but this will only make you happy in the sense that you won't die as much and will therefore complete this disaster more quickly. With that being said, however, you will still die a lot in this game, simply based on the horrible controls, complete pitch darkness of the levels, and the immense damage every enemy inflicts. Thankfully, or maybe as a sick form of torture, you do get infinite continues and no game overs, so you really don't have an excuse to give up as far as the game is concerned. There is an autosave feature as well, but that is never really explained in either the game or the manual, so I dreaded the moment when I had to turn the console off, just based on the fact that I was trying to get this video done, and I did not want to have to suffer through any of this shit all over again. I just can't get over how fucking dark this game is. You can't see anything, and there is no option to adjust brightness. When I got the grenade launcher, I mainly used it to see where the hell I was going. This is a broken mess. The only possible way this game might impress you is if Doom on MS-DOS was the last game you ever played. God help you when you reach any part of the game that has water. The game designers were really excited about this level mechanic because they use it a lot, and trying to navigate through it is an exercise in utter frustration. The controls lose all meaning when underwater. You just kind of mash buttons and hope you surface and are able to get back onto land. There are several references to the band Kiss in this game, but it doesn't beat you over the head with it, which is probably a good thing. They reference Coventry, which was the venue where Kiss met their future manager and man responsible for their success, Bill O'Coin. There are also references to Kiss songs in the game, whether it be on the billboards in the background or the names of certain enemies. There are jukeboxes in the game that play Kiss songs, well, that is, until you walk away from them. Kind of pointless if you ask me. I mean, why not have the song just played throughout the entire level? Am I supposed to stand here for 5 minutes just so I can hear Psycho Circus? After I painfully, and I do mean painfully, struggled through the Paul Stanley portion of the game, I foolishly thought that perhaps I was close to beating the entire game, but nope! I had only finished the first quarter of the game, because after you finish the Paul Stanley levels, you have to start all over again as another member of the band. All your armor upgrades and weapons are gone. Fuck that shit. I would rather do my taxes. If Peter Criss or Ace Frehley had any creative control, this piece of shit game would have never existed. This is just another cash grab by Gene and Paul that further tarnishes the brand name of Kiss. I'm half joking, of course, but it is kind of true, though. Kiss would go on to release Kiss Pinball in 2001, which was also met with mainly horrible reviews. I'm sad that this is the first video that I've ever done on Kiss because I actually liked the band pretty well, and the album Psycho Circus was pretty damn decent in my opinion. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed my thorough dressing down of probably one of the worst games on the Sega Dreamcast. And until next time, have a good rest of your night. And in case you're wondering, no, Paul Stanley is not my favorite Kiss member. I'm more of an Ace Frehley kind of guy. But Paul Stanley's makeup is kind of the easiest to do, even though I think I fucked the star up a little bit. Also, Paul Stanley has a really good audiobook out called Face the Music, which you should check out.
Face the
Music.
Music.
Have a good rest of your night.
Face the Music, that's what it's called. I highly recommend, if you like audiobooks, I highly recommend Paul Stanley's Face the Music. I think that's a really good audiobook. Oh my god, so here's, I think they already, like, took down the, yeah, there it is. I think, yeah, they already took down the fan shot video of this guy. They have this very short, like, 60-second, the opener for Kiss who did the paintings. So it's gonna be like a really fast. It's gonna be like a really fast version of it. There was a much longer one, but I'm sure they shut that shit down. Alright, I'm just muting the audio because fuck that. Yeah, it's more interesting to see like him doing it like in real time, but they're just gonna do these jump cuts. I mean, this dude had like 2 paintbrushes in either hand, and he's just like slapping shit on there. And it just like ended up like looking really cool. A little crackhead, isn't he? He's a little cracked out. Oh my god, that's like that's the fucking Tommy Thayer jawline on Ace. That's so, oh my god, that's so weak. Tommy Thayer and fucking what's his face, Eric Singer, the wannabe replacement members of Kiss. Like Kiss fans give a fuck about that. I don't know. Should I pivot at this point? What is it? 12:12? It's not that late. I can tell you something about the MTV VMAs. They're very fucking stream friendly because they don't strike you for anything. Unlike Kiss, where you're just like on thin ice the whole time. I have the Tom Snyder interview where Ace acts like he's just completely fucked up and is like derailing their whole thing, which is kind of great. So I guess we'll just keep in theme here. Okay, let me not do that. Oh no, you should go to Taco Bell. I had Taco Bell today. I had the chicken quesadilla and the beefy nacho thing, the new one.
This is our Halloween special from New York.
It was a feast.
Tonight. Little did anybody realize back in the early 19th.
Much like Zombie Trash, she's also a feast.
1974, Kiss has produced a gold album with every single album they've recorded. 11 out of 15 albums have gone platinum. They are known for the incredible illusions and theatrics during their performances. The drummer goes 30 feet up in the air and turns around. The bass player grunts, groans, flies 40 feet up in the air and spits.
Did you just say bass player? Oh, man. Tom Snyder is totally connected to the music world. Bass player, trout player, fucking... I don't know, flounder player.
Blood. The lead guitarist sets off fireworks and smoke illusions and blows up his guitar, and the rhythm guitarist crashes his own guitar into eensy, teeny tiny pieces, and he passes them out to the audience at the end of the concert, and the audience takes them home and trades them for food. Kiss is best known, however, for their mythical personas on stage. The wild makeup, the spectacular costume.
Is this like the Conan O'Brien of like the... fucking 70s, 80s.
The superheroic posture, and they're all here tonight. The Kiss phenomena does not stop with sound. There are Kiss games, lunchboxes, toys, pinball machines, and soon to come is Kiss World, a traveling amusement park. It all adds up to an incredible organization with millions of dollars and millions of fans, and here they are.
Sure know something. Know something. Sure know something. Yes, please keep playing these songs that will get me copyright struck. Cut it out. I'm muting it ever more slowly. Goddamn YouTube. Apparently Susan Wojcicki has been dead for a while now. I still thought she was the leader of YouTube. Shows you how much I keep up with YouTube magazine. Bro, I would love to do a tier ranking of the best Taco Bell items. If I could whip that up on here quickly, I would, but I can't.
Now, let me tell you something. These 4 young men walked in here this afternoon.
Maybe I can.
About, what, 3 hours ago? 4 hours ago? Carrying 8 enormous sacks filled with all their outfits, their shoes and their chokers and their capes and their jewels and their paraphernalia and their makeup. And I cannot believe that they would spend all this time, because they're not going to perform here tonight, but rather get into themselves, as we like to do. Get people into themselves. They did this for us, and I'm so appreciative of this. And they'll all be out here in just a second. Individually, they are Gene Simmons.
Shut up.
You went out on stage. Stanley, who was the guitarist.
Okay, as soon as I skipped it, it got to something interesting.
Now, here are the remarkable members of KISS, and first of all, Mr. Gene Simmons, who is the bass player, who is the bass player, Mr. Peter Criss, who is the drummer, Mr. Paul Stanley, who is the guitarist, and Ace Frehley, who is the lead guitarist.
I'm not the lead. I'm the trout player.
Now, tell how this started, you know, because Gene came in and he said, I didn't know I played bass. And I said, well, I see Aykroyd on Saturday Night Live with the bass fish, and then you say the trout player.
I have to excuse it. Bass.
Yeah,
Bass.
Never a bass
I hate
player.
Never a bass player.
What would happen if you went out on stage for a concert and you didn't set off the fireworks and you didn't break up the guitar and you didn't have the smoke and the fire and the blood and all that, and you just came out and did your thing? What would they come to the concert?
It would still be a rip-roaring rock and roll show, because what we do when we go out there is we don't stand still when we play our instruments. We run around and pretty much raise hell. Can we say that on TV?
Yes, you can.
Well, we raise hell.
I have medals from, early days in high school, track, and I'm sure we're four very athletic young gentlemen.
No, I think incredible. Yeah, this is our thing. Going out like this. So if we didn't go out like this, a lot of people would be really disappointed, because KISS is known for the big show. So why shouldn't we go out and do what people expect?
I like his like, we call it like a mauve, his like mauve gown that he's wearing. Paul Stanley, the closeted member of the band there. Was that was during their was that during their I Was Made for Lovin' You period? I think it was, because we heard the song on the little intro bit there.
It's what you do now in concert, what we saw on the videotape, and I'm assuming that that's reasonably recent. How does it differ from when KISS first went out on stage? Did you come out with this tremendous energy right from day number one?
The energy was there, the equipment wasn't. We used to go out and we wanted everybody to think we were famous and that we were very big, so we used to have amplifiers that were empty because we couldn't afford speakers.
I remember that.
We'd pile them against the walls, and we'd tell the lighting man, don't put a light on them, because you could see these circles. Right. You could see where the speakers were. The energy was always there. When we used to play little clubs, we started out playing on Amityville, Long Island, and we always said, this is the Garden.
Or could it be Periwinkle? I don't know. Maybe it's a Periwinkle gown, sliced up gown that he's wearing. I don't know.
Every night we play.
Peter said this was the guy. I want some credit for that.
In fact, I remember opening up for lots of bands that had half the equipment. Oh, I see there's a live human being over there. Half the equipment right here in front of us.
Wait a second. Have you recorded your laugh?
No, we want to, though.
You must record. These guys have been talking about recording my laugh. We've done 15 albums. They've never done it. Maybe on the 16th album they will do it.
I think you recorded it on your solo album. You did.
Absolutely not.
No, he didn't. Yeah.
Ace has been saving it for a KISS.
That wasn't my real laugh. That was just a compilation of.
All right, upcoming and future KISS albums, Ace Frehley's laugh.
You were saying something.
I forgot.
Oh, all right, fine.
No, I know what it was. We when we first started out, we had so much equipment that the other bands...
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
We had no equipment. We were broke.
Oh, you remember the Marshall amps and all that?
Oh, the phony Marshall amps were incredible.
Phony Marshall.
Oh, he's so pissed, dude. You can see in his face, dude. He's like, can you shut the fuck up and just act right for this fucking interview, dude? Like, can you stop being a likable jackass? Because it's making me and Paul look even worse by comparison. I will say though, that those motherfuckers, they got their face paint down. Gene, despite him being the biggest like jackass of the band in my mind, just because I just don't like the guy's personality, he did have the coolest face paint though. I think he did. He kind of, that could have been like a Marvel villain's like face, and he did become like a villain ultimately. But like that, he put the most thought into his face paint for sure. Now, I would never attempt to do it with all the points and shit. Like that's very hard to do with on my skill level at least. Like you kind of have to like set the white first, and then you'd kind of have to like cut in, and it'd be a whole fucking thing. The precision. Paul Stanley was smart in the sense that he chose a fucking pretty easy design. I'm gonna put a star here in red lipstick. That's my design. I'm done. I mean, even Ace's face paint, all of them would be more difficult than Paul's.
And we used to open up for these bands that had nothing. All they had were guitars and drums, and we had this 6-foot logo, and this was way back in '74. And people just used to get very, very angry at the fact that we could come out, put on we had a levitating drum set.
Wait,
we were still doing
that
a 30.
was funny. It would go up 6 feet, but there was like guys with ropes.
Keeping it from falling over.
Pulling me up, And if we didn't get the guys for that night, the drums were going up.
When we first started out, we used to play clubs, and the drums would go up, and Peter would be like this, and the ceiling would be getting lower and lower.
And I used to tell the guys, don't lift me anymore. They still keep going at it.
No, but actually, sometimes it worked on a chain drive, the first levitating drum set that we had.
Bicycle chain.
And sometimes it would skip.
Gotcha.
Have you ever have a 10-speed bicycle?
Surely.
It would go up like that.
And then
drop and go back. Drop like it.
And my heart would drop with it.
And we all fell for Peter.
Yeah, well, we played along with it, though, In fact, the first time, that's part of the show. You can never let on.
I'm glad you guys...
I'm so pissed that you're telling everybody this, all of our faults. You're letting them, the man behind the curtain. You're revealing him right now, and it's pissing me off. Can you shut the fuck up? I guarantee you there was a huge band argument after this interview.
When we first started playing, we had to get used to wearing these kind of shoes. And Ace is notorious for his bad balance. And maybe the first couple of months that we were on tour, invariably, once a night, you would hear a thud on stage, and you would look, and Ace would be sprawled out. And being troopers, we would run over and play over.
These guys were incredible.
It was
if I would fall
choreographed.
on the stage, these guys would run over to me and make believe like it was part of the show. They'd stand over me, and we'd do like this. I'm looking up, and they're looking down. We'd put the guitars together and bounce them off and
People would
turn
love
around.
it. There goes the lead guitarist.
Well, that's part of the show.
When you see the audience going crazy, what goes through your minds? Do you have time to think about audience reaction while you're
I
performing?
feel like I'm in a movie. I always get the feeling that without comparing ourselves to anybody else, it's almost like the mid-60s, like we're in a Beatle kind of movie. And we're not even playing ourselves because, when you realize that a lot of the people at the show have been waiting 3 or 4 months to come see us, and this is like the big night for them. And when you see all these people screaming and crying and all that,
Gene just looked at his like proverbial watch that wasn't there. It's like he forgot that he was in costume. He's like went to look at his watch. He's like, oh yeah, I'm not wearing a watch. Damn, I better chill. I will say, dude, whenever you like, cause like I did the face paint. I'm not gonna lie. Anyone who's followed my band for a long time knows that back in around the 2018 period, me and Ari wore face paint. And whenever you wear that clown white, that's what it's called, by Maron or whatever, that company that's made that face paint for like a million years. It's called it's oil based, so once you put finishing powder on all that, it looks professional. It doesn't look like that bullshit you buy from Spirit of Halloween that's water based, and it's that spelling but with an E instead of an A. That's all it took to throw me off. But yeah, you buy that shit from Spirit of the Halloween. It's Spirit of the Halloween. It's water based, so like when it dries, it starts to crack. But oil based will never crack it. And then you're supposed to put finishing powder on it and makes it look. It doesn't make it like shiny, It makes it look like matte finish. I for some reason didn't like fucking with the finishing powder, so like I just kept it like the oil, base, and it was so my shit was always shiny. I like that for some reason or whatever. And I was going somewhere with that, and I forgot where I was going with it, and I might remember, but I lost it just then.
I spent all that money. I spent all this money.
This is it. He goes up in the air. We're out of here.
True confession time. Right here. Huh? True confession time. Right here. Exclusive on the Tom Snyder program.
You'll suffer.
Oh, I remember where I was going with it. Yeah, when you put on that really white face paint, I don't care like how white your teeth are. Your teeth will look yellow as fuck. Like when you have that, like when it's like that white as a contrast, like your teeth will look so fucking yellow. It's crazy. Just want to throw that in there.
Whose idea was Kiss? Who invented Kiss?
We all
did, yeah.
We've been Gene and I were together for about 9 years now.
Not sexually, just
That's the later part of the program.
Yeah.
I want to slip it past 120, and then we'll get into the drugs and and all that stuff.
No, none of that.
Okay.
No.
I don't take drugs.
Mom? No. Go ahead.
No, you were saying 9 years.
Yeah, we've been together about 9 years, and then we broke up a band we were in, and Peter joined us, and then Ace joined us, and the rest is Kiss story.
We always wanted.
They think they're so clever for using that kisstory. Jesus Christ. I didn't realize they've been using that term since like the goddamn 70s. I thought that was like a newer marketing term. God.
I always wanted.
Kissmas. It's like everything is
Really?
Kiss. Kissmas, kisstory.
The thing was, we always wanted
Exactly.
theatrics and music together. I did by myself.
We're still hoping for it.
No, and finally I met these two nuts, and they wanted it. We picked him off the Bowery.
Tommy Kahn, 398 specials.
That was it.
Can I just go around the horn here and start with Gene? And tell me where you're from and where you went to school.
All right, I've got a question to ask you. My manager's off stage. Is this true confession time or am I on?
No, you're really on.
All right. Then I'm from New York City. I'm from
Wait a second.
Wait a minute.
They're not on.
Queens. I'm from Queens, New York. Actually, not too far away from Paul's house. We kind of used to wave to each other before we knew each other. That's right. Before we knew each other, I'd see this guy waving back, I'd wave.
Gene was into telescopes.
He loves it. Huh? Ace loves it.
Ace loves
Can I tell
anything.
you something funny?
I get beat up
Before you guys came on, they gave me a little sheet on each one of you to read, where you're from and how you grew up and blah, blah, blah. And the note said, now, Ace seems to be the most laid back of the four, and he's the one who'll probably be the hardest to make talk. Now,
Well, this is not Ace.
this isn't Ace.
This is George. This is George.
I'm an imposter. Ace is back in his ass.
That's true.
We got our roadmap.
Who's on first? What's on second? Listen, Tom, about that swampland in New Jersey you were wondering about.
You grew up in New York. You all grew up in different parts.
I grew up in the Bronx, Queens, Brooklyn. Man.
I grew up 211th Street and Broadway. I was the only Jew in an Irish neighborhood. And you learn to either run or fight. And then I moved to Queens.
But he used to paint himself green.
We were still running the fight.
Every once in a while.
And
That's where the makeup comes in.
I knew Gene and I would be in a band together because he was the only guy in Queens who was wearing whiteface and a ponytail. This guy.
That is true. Boots like this is, it's not your regular 398 Tom McCann special.
That's right. Those are $7.98 at Hardee's.
Tell me.
Like they're like Gene and Paul are trying to hang with like the energy that's in the room, but like they're like the two just dudes. It's like they're just pulling it down, and it's like much like my the people who are viewing this live stream are going down. So like it's I feel them. I feel
about your outfits. I mean, did you design your own outfits, all of you? And tell me what each outfit means. And I'll start with you, Ace.
Well,
that means a cucumber.
I think this outfit is self-explanatory. I mean, this is part of a kind of a V shape. This is my utility belt, and we don't want to go any below than my waist area because that's reserved for concert payers. You know?
I understand that.
But,
and after it's all over, they say, this is what we paid for.
And that's why they always feel short.
I stole this from Flash Gordon, and you know, I have my cape here.
But you're kind of like a spaceman, huh?
No, actually, I'm a plumber.
Listen, I got a little piece of pipe backstage I'd like to have you work on.
Tell me about it.
Oh my God.
Oh, you wanted it, but I was dead.
Dude is so fucking lit, bro.
You old sweet talker, you. But I'll tell you, I read on the sheet that they gave me where they said that it's hard to get you out of your shell.
It's hard for me to talk. I'm very introverted.
Try to cheer down. That you wanted to go for a ride in the first spaceship or a rocket ship or something like that.
Are you referring to the space shuttle?
The space shuttle that you wanted.
Yes, I would prefer to have a ride on the first space shuttle if it's feasibly possible. I was speaking to Pat, and I said, you got any info,
secret ambitions?
See if you can get me a ticket on that. I'd be very interested in that, because I'm into technology.
I think Ace doesn't need anything. I think he can just power himself. His own power.
Ace's limo just I'm in your band.
Never a dull moment. Let me tell you something about Ace. When we were first starting out, we had a Mylar front to the bass drum. We would play these clubs, and we're still trying to figure out who it is that we are, what it is that we're trying to put across. And Ace ultimately... Ace, yeah, look at him. Hi, Mom. Ace ultimately would look into the Mylar and start laughing at himself.
I liked when he liked me, kept up.
Having a rotten time, right, Tom?
I'm having an awful time.
Dude, they hate... Oh, my God. Gene and Paul are so fucking pissed right now. Oh, man, I love it. I would hate it, too, honestly. Like, if I was on some fucking show, I'm trying to, like, keep the lore and the mysteriousness, and I got some fucking dude in my band who's just stealing the spotlight but being, like, a jackass. Like, I mean, yeah, it's, like, entertaining to watch, but, like, from, like, I don't know, a professional standpoint, I'd honestly be probably pissed off, too. And I'd be like, all right, dude. Like, we gotta have a band meeting after this, but it's funny to watch because it's not my band.
Take it easy. It'll get better.
We'll hope so. We'll regroup here for a couple of minutes, and we'll continue with Kiss after these words from the NBC television stations coast to coast. I don't believe this, man.
It's like a disappointed Jewish mother. Stop doing that, Ace. You're embarrassing your mother. Oh my God, I could die right now. Italian mothers, Jewish mothers, not too dissimilar. Yeah, so the accent applies to both. What do your father hears about this? No, Gene and Paul were Jewish. Ace was like kind of like German, English, kind of mutt, Euro trash. Peter Criss was Italian American.
I was just talking with the gentleman in Kiss, George and Peter and Paul and Ace about.
George is not George manager.
I want to ask.
Oh, George! Oh, you're Ace. George is not here.
George
how about
here,
Gene?
He's in the background.
This is confession.
The bass player.
All right, you better talk about that list right now because you're not getting away with it.
You were telling me about something that happened on the road.
Well, why don't we let Paul kick off the story? And
All
I'll
right,
finish
fine.
it.
Like I said, Paul was going to kick off the story.
There's so many great road stories. It's really an education. When you go out on the road, you're really green. I just thought of something. The very first tour we did, you know, you expect all these women and you start settling for girls. But
confession time here.
I remember.
Did you say you're expecting all these women and you start settling for girls? Oh, hey, it's not something. I'd say out of this whole interview, Paul Stanley said the most problematic shit. I don't know, it's just
One
me.
instance where I didn't even tell you. I was with a girl in my room, and I said to her, "So tell me a little about yourself." You know, and she said, "I just got out of the nut house."
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
No, but the story we were talking about, we were in Arkansas, and I was
Is that why you wanted me to stay in your room that night?
I was with a girl
Damn, a tour where you're being routed through Arkansas. I can't even. Jeez, I'm trying to think of any, like, in the last over 5 years where I've seen any band itineraries where they go through Arkansas. That is not a state that is, like, all that profitable to go through for any tour route. I mean, that's why you see a lot of bands avoid the South, and if they do, they're hitting, like, somewhere in Texas, somewhere in Louisiana, somewhere in Georgia. There's like 2 cities in Florida, like Hollywood for some reason, and Tampa or Orlando. Like the South, it's like slim pickings. Same with like the Midwest. It's all like the coastal cities. That's like the tour routes nowadays. But probably back in the 70s, the tour routes were like a lot different. Probably looked a lot different given the draw or whatever.
And this was the first tour, and it turned out...
This is about 4 years ago.
Turned out that she was 16, and it turned out there was a prison right across from the hotel, convenient to take me away. And it also turned out that she made her living going from room to room in the hotel. She was a hooker. And all of a sudden, there's a knock at my door, and it's the police telling me to open up or else. And I can't figure out what's going on except that somebody must have told on me. Meanwhile, Ace is in the room.
Someone must have told on you. For what? Well, like shipping an underage girl?
Next door, throwing his furniture onto the highway, having a party.
We were on the 20th floor of a hotel, and I don't want to name the hotel because
Stopping, I believe that's the Yiddish word for it. Stopping an underage girl?
You know, I don't want to be incriminated.
Again.
Anyway, I threw all my furniture out the window, and I was with 2 other friends of mine that actually were from New York, but had somehow ended up in Arkansas at the moment. Anyway, to make a long story short,
we were in Canada.
My road manager runs in the door and he says, "The state troopers are here. They're going to arrest you." He said, "Get in bed and put your head under the pillow." I said, "Good." So 5 minutes later, the state troopers walk in, and there's my road manager, Frankie Scanlaro. Hell of a nice guy. I love him. And he says, "Look at him. He's drunk. He's under the pillows. He didn't do anything."
Go to Paul's.
There was a lot of people in his room. There was a big party. They got him drunk. They drugged him. They threw all his furniture out the window. They ran out the door.
They got him drunk. They got him drunk.
They got me drunk. I fell out. They threw all his furniture out the window. And look at him. He's gone.
We got away with it.
And it flew, huh?
Yeah.
That wasn't the first time he talked his way out of getting in jail. But he was an incredible guy. Frankie, I love you. I'll see you New Year's Eve.
Going into the last commercial, I don't know if we still have the record up, but we played a piece of music and you'd said something that caught my ear. A lot of people won't recognize that.
That's best, written by Peter Criss.
As being
Kiss music.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't written by Peter Criss, but anyway.
And if it's still up, if you could just...
Can't break the kayfabe, as they say.
Sneak it in a bar or two, because maybe people watching this have a short memory span. It'll be here in a second. But now, why would you say people wouldn't recognize...
People have preconceived notions about who it is that Kiss is. You know, they think that all we are is... You know, guitars, loud guitars, drums. We're also 4 happy-go-lucky kind of guys that wear makeup. You know? No.
Go ahead.
Happy-go-lucky.
Peter.
It's like cut to music. I just said something weird because I'm awkward on camera.
Chris. Naturally, they don't play the vocal.
That's us doing
no
the
guitars, no drums. That's right.
That means down. That means down.
My God, to me it just looks up and down.
Yeah,
What's happening right now?
We could write with, you know, it's a symphony. I mean, we used the whole big symphony when I wrote that tune.
When have you done that in front of people?
I do it every night.
With a tape. We use a tape for that.
I use a tape, but I sing live to it. And we won People's Choice Award for it. It was a big hit for us.
But you played the violins yourselves?
No, we had like a
you have charts written out for, you know, the various sections. And you make sure that they play the right melodies and the right timbre.
A lot of people, you know, have so many preconceived notions about Kiss, but the greatest thing about the success we've got now is that we're basically free to do anything we want.
Like this.
What are you doing?
He's ruining your teddy bear.
I'm trying to make him a space bear.
Off camera, Ace is molesting a teddy bear. While Paul's like, yeah, we can pretty much do whatever we want. And
Space Bear. The only Space Bear in captivity. I got him. He's captured.
Captain Bear.
Okay.
Space Bear.
How are you, Tom? I'm all right, thank you. In your off time. I mean, when you're not performing, not in your off time, but when you're not. What is the recreational activity that you enjoy?
Oh, orgies,
yeah.
Sacrifices.
Human sacrifices.
Human sacrifices.
There's a movie where it says a guy said orgies.
Orgies, that's...
Orgy, doggy,
No,
doggy.
I do various things.
Do you mind if I hold on to him? He's...
No, you can hold him as long as you like.
Thank
Just
you.
make certain that when you leave, he stays.
Okay. I've heard the horror stories about thefts. Yes.
Yeah.
Watch horror movies, collect Betamax cassettes of horror movies, cartoons, old.
Betamax, okay.
Try me. Name me any horror movie, and I'm putting you on the spot. As old as you want. It could be silent.
This is his game. Gene's got you, man.
Of course he's going to get me. He's gonna
No,
get me real
because
straight.
I'm not that good on horror movies.
Well, Pat told me that you were.
You don't?
No, I heard you like the old gangsters movies, because I love the old...
No, he doesn't like that either.
No,
he just
I
likes
don't-
bears.
I don't care for those.
Cartoons, no.
Cartoons I care for.
All right, try me.
You mean if I give you a cartoon and you'll give me the plot? Or what?
Already making it boring. If you train the camera on Gene, he's already made it boring. It's like getting more boring now.
You could do that.
Animation.
All right, I'll give you one. Bugs Bunny, Hairway to the Stars.
Hairway to the Stars is when he goes, when the big spaceship lands, the Martian comes out.
You got it.
With the little helmet, and Chuck Jones produced it from an original script by Robert McKimson. You can check on it.
I don't have to, because Chuck Jones was here about 3 weeks ago, and I remember that conversation.
It is
because
Chuck
we
Jones.
talked about Hairway to the Stars.
Yeah.
Well, you just picked it right.
Now, do you also...
Wow, what a fucking nerd, dude. I do. So when Gene came from his shitty motherland, whatever, like, he came to America and he was, like, obsessed with all things. Like, Gene Simmons, say whatever you will about him. Chaim Vitz, his real name. He loves him some America, and he was, like, obsessed with, like, TV growing up, and he literally did absorb all that shit like a fucking sponge, and, yeah, has a nice encyclopedic knowledge of that kind of shit. I know this because I listen to their fucking memoirs, because I don't have outside of this YouTube shit, if I'm cleaning my house and shit, I listen to these things for no other reason than just for my own entertainment, so I know these things to be true about a band I barely care about. Go figure.
You say horror movies, do you mean mystery movies as well? Like
No.
if I said you Diabolique, would you know that one?
That's a French movie from 58, I believe.
Put the bear down.
Yeah. I don't really go in for suspense, mystery as much as something
You got the nerd, and then you got like the dudes that you actually want to party with to the right there.
that's got a sense of outre about it. How about that? That's a French
Well,
movie.
then you'd know the day the Earth stood still.
Of course, 1952, Michael Rennie, Gort the Robot, Klaatu Verada Nikto.
Nerd.
Here we go.
I'm gonna do it, Mom.
Nectar.
Yes, that's
Invaders
what...
from Mars.
Invaders from Mars, 1953 with...
Some space.
19...
He's got both. He's got both wristbands on the bear. He only had the one when it first showed it, and now he's got both on the bear. Dude, this guy right here, he's got something to contribute. I got good feelings about him.
53
This Ace Frehley guy.
with, who was Luke Costello's girlfriend? God.
Quick.
Hillary Brooks is right. Bring him on the stage.
Neil Brenner was...
Hillary Brooks was the mother of the child.
So that's
right.
Trivia, horror movies, and you watch them a lot, and you have a collection of them?
In fact, yes, I get into my little straitjacket, put on the Betamax, on it goes. Hello, Luli.
Little disconnected things come out.
Every once in a while.
Yeah.
It's a living, you know what I mean.
And you?
I fantasize being a masked crime fighter. That's what I always wanted to do when I was
You
a
guys
kid.
are you two are so fucking lame, dude. You'll never not be lame, and that's been proven.
This is about as close as I can get to it. The other time when I'm not on stage, I kind of sit in my apartment and say, I want to be alone.
That was very good.
Someone once said that.
When did you start dressing up?
Like this?
No, this is not.
This
dressed
isn't.
up.
You know,
This isn't that wild for this guy.
No, this really. You should see what I wear on the street.
Nothing.
I don't know. when I was a kid, I always had this dream of becoming a crime fighter, but there was never any call for it. I always wanted to be on a stallion overlooking the Long Island Expressway with my hair blowing back, fighting crime. It just didn't work.
No, there aren't too many guys around on stallions looking over the Long Island Expressway with their hair blowing in the wind.
Except
saying,
at night.
Hi, I fight crime. Are you the one who used to one of you used to race cars a lot, or?
Well, I tried it.
Yeah.
But
Many
it doesn't
times.
work well for me. I've wrecked quite a few cars in my time. I'm very lucky to be here. I really am. So I stopped that. I promised today no more racing cars.
Well, you know, Peter, we're very lucky to have you here.
He got into a couple of car accidents after this interview. Peter Criss. Yeah, he's cheated death many times. This man, Peter Criss.
Well, it's good to be here.
No,
Tom.
it's really strange, Tom. Peter has 9 lives. He's come close several times.
That's good, Ace. He's the
And we
cat.
still love him, and we're glad to see that he's still around. God love you.
So now I stay up watching late. I like Bogart movies, and Cagney, and the real old gangster stuff. Dylan Joel.
Fucking Ace. Fucking see this fucking stoner of the group just like fucking with this bear, putting his. I don't know, man. I feel like if this was a Gen Z TikTok, like people would be like, which one do you relate to the most? Oh no.
And
the guy putting the
I
fucking.
cut guns. I target shoot. I don't
Just
hunt.
toy guns now. We're not talking about real guns.
Real guns.
What do you mean?
I can say that.
But as a collector of them, because
I
of
collect them and I shoot them only targets. So I never hunt animals or anything like that.
What is it about having a gun collection?
I'm fascinated by them. Maybe because I'm fascinated by gangster movies. If I could relive, I would love to be in the 20s and be like a Dillinger or a Babyface Nelson.
In the movies. See how I'm trying to bail him out? In the movies. It's LaCoin, our manager. Hello, Bill.
Wait, if he wants to be on the
Gene, are you kind of the guy who kind of keeps it all level and keeps it all straight?
All right, guys, I gotta take a piss again. I'll be right back.
The mother.
He's the mother
See, because
superior.
Let me tell you something.
What's hit? The man is hitting. I don't believe this.
Because if
Give
this
it a
guy-
break, for God's
That
sake.
was for fun.
I'm your host.
That was for fun. It's all about
Oh.
being a monster.
Well, try this for fun. Man's violent, for heaven's sake.
That was fun.
You're rude.
Love it.
I'm sorry.
All I know is if this guy gets himself in trouble, I'm in trouble.
Wait a minute. You can run around being a vampire and I should be a Cagney? That's not fair.
We got. I just started something.
That's what I just said. He wanted to be a gangster in the 20s, and that's what he wanted to
But
be.
the 20s are over, and here I am now, a drummer
That's
and
right.
Kiss.
But everybody's got a fantasy, and we're all good guys. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Good.
Probably have good substantial breakfast every morning.
No, we
Oh, I
don't.
wasn't giving the money to the poor.
That's good.
I would have kept
All one of you has to do is say nanu nanu, and I'm right. I'm up 40 feet in the air.
No, I wouldn't.
Now I read again in the little thing, the one that said Ace probably won't talk at all. Toys, that you were a toy or a game collector.
That's true. No,
Gene,
I collect
as Phil
toys.
Donahue says, I need a little help here. You know what I mean?
No, I told Pat I collect antique toys. And
I'm very
trains.
articulate if I want to be.
Do you want to be?
Talk to me?
No, but now we've gone through their fantasies or their things that
Well,
they
yeah.
enjoy
Let Ace tell you
directly.
about
I'm
the
into
toys
science
got under the
fiction.
ground.
I'm into technology. I'm fascinated by the fact that 5 or 10 years from now we'll be able to have space stations circling the Earth that are totally controlled and energized by solar energy. That are totally independent of the Earth. I think that's fascinating.
Would you care to tell our audience what you were doing at 4 o'clock this morning?
No. I don't want to get arrested. No, actually,
But seriously.
I like that.
But actually.
I'm a Taurus. I'm a down-to-earth human being, and
Yeah, right.
Yeah, sure.
Taurus is an Earth sign. Come on, let's get back to reality.
But Ace is in spirit.
We are.
Tell him about the toy you've got under the ground, that big toy that
the
you
big
just
toy
built.
Oh,
Your bunker.
I built a recording studio underground, 18 feet underground, next to my house.
I mean, you're talking about the state of the art on the East Coast. There's no place like this.
It's automated board. It's all computerized. Cost me a lot of money. I don't want to talk about it. My cannon's ready to.
No, but this is good.
I'd like you to tell about the helicopter that you're building.
Well, I'm into radio-controlled, model airplanes and most recently helicopters, which are more fascinating because they're much more challenging. Anybody that's into radio-controlled models knows that right now, helicopters are hard to control. And it's a state of the art now.
Bet you didn't know
it's
that.
Tough.
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
The Germans make the best ones at the moment. Right now, I have a Japanese one I'm having trouble with. No, I have a German one on order.
Don't
Okay?
do it.
I'm not doing anything. I'm talking about.
So do you almost do like a Sieg Heil? Just was that what they're like? Don't do it. Like what the fuck?
This guy's a good egg right here. He's a little hard boiled, but he's good.
What strange things have happened to you? Strange fan mail or strange... Look at this.
You know, as soon as we start...
Come on, Gene, call him off, please.
Okay.
Okay, babe.
Easy, Ace,
Okay,
go on.
Gene.
As soon as we started doing concerts from the very first show on, the first show, in fact, was done pretty close by, 14th Street right off of 5th Avenue. First show we ever did was New Year's Eve, 1973-74. My hair caught fire. There's a part in the show where I breathed fire, and of course I hadn't had too much practice then, and the right side of my hair caught fire, and everybody thought it was part of the act. You know, they just went right along with it, and I didn't know what happened. Somebody came, doused me with a towel.
That's the trouble with the show that we do. It's so big, and there's so much going on that when something really goes wrong or somebody gets hurt, nobody ever knows it. Well, at one show, I got hit with something, and my eye was bleeding. And go ahead, Paul, bleed from that eye.
Miami, when you got electrocuted.
I was I almost
Want to throw a
died.
bomb up at me?
That's not fun. I've been laughing this whole show. In Miami, I touched the railing, which was metal at the time, and the railing wasn't properly grounded. And everybody in this group knows I almost died that night.
We finished that show,
passed
though.
out. I couldn't, for the rest of the show, there was no feeling in my fingers.
That was a close call.
So since then, we've gone with more electronics. We've got
wireless guitars now, so we
that
can't
don't need
be
wires,
shocked.
based on the radio. Same principle that his helicopter is based on.
You know, even
Absolutely.
Even once
That's great. That's what I call band interaction.
M80s, and I couldn't.
You got to start over because he was going while you were starting.
When he was electrocuted, somebody once said an M80.
What a line, huh? Hey, when Ace was electrocuted, you know, when we fried
I
Ace.
slowed right into it.
There's a TV over there.
And
Look at
it
this.
really,
It's
really
incredible.
hurt. I really couldn't hear for 3 months. It was really dangerous.
That's why we.
I still can't hear. What? Peter? What?
No, you got to tell it all over again.
We were in some town, I don't know where it was, way down south. Way down Dixie. And I got some kid through it, they're called M80s.
Oh, the big firecracker.
Yeah.
It was
Memphis,
Cherry
Tennessee. It was in Memphis, Tennessee. And it literally blew me off the drums, and I woke up in a car, and I went back and did the show, but I couldn't hear out of my ear for at least 3 months. It was really dangerous.
So that's why we got some bad reviews.
Yeah. But there's been some scary moments.
Who do you think is the audience for KISS? Who do you play to?
We initially thought we were doing this for ourselves initially because we started out. Here's the old rap we had. We initially started out being the audience. It wasn't that long ago, and the premise behind anything that we do is we try to place ourselves in the audience. Would we like it if we did it? And we started out with a.
All right. Got it. Up next is as a guitar player, I found this to be an interesting interview that Ace Frehley did not so long ago, where he kind of let me see exactly what this is from, because I already watched this interview and I thought it was kind of fascinating. This is from Guitar Moves. Is Ace Frehley of KISS. You got some doofus, Matt Sweeney, the host of Guitar Moves, got to interview Ace, and Ace kind of shows off some of his techniques as a guitar player, and I found this fascinating. We'll see if it holds up to the fascination that I thought it was when I first saw it.
I'm about to meet Ace Frehley at Electric Lady Studios, which is where KISS did their first demos and did a lot of other stuff. And Ace Frehley was one of the coolest guys who ever played rock. And he wrote my favorite songs of theirs. So yeah, I'm freaking out. You know me. Hey, I'm Matt Sweeney.
Matt.
Yeah.
Okay, Matt.
And you're Ace Frehley.
That's what they tell me.
Holy shit.
I started playing guitar on my brother's folk guitar. I was the youngest of 3 kids. My brother and sister used to do Peter, Paul, Mary songs and the Byrds and stuff like that. Yeah, but I was always a rocker from day one. So I learned a few chords on that, and a friend of mine had got an electric guitar and one of those little amps with like a 6-inch speaker. Plugged it in and turned the volume up to 10 and hit an E chord.
All right, so I think we have Ari in the chat. MR, I'm guessing that stands for Michael. Last name, whatever. He's all over social media. Michael Roman, our bassist. So, you know, and they're dating, obviously. So, yeah, I think Ari's in the chat. You need to confirm this in case anyone wants to ask you anything or whatever. It'd be embarrassing if you're like, yeah, it's me, and then nobody asks you anything. That would be in keeping with my chat. Yeah, okay, yeah. So Ari's in the chat, everybody. My singer, we're talking about we're watching the Kiss stuff going on right now. I reminisced about the 20. Maybe you know what? Maybe I'll take a break and show a Dancing with Ghosts video back when me and Ari did the face paint. Problem is we never did the same character in the same video. So in one video it's my character, and the other video it's her character or whatever. But we're driving the Corvette right now. Okay, so they must be bored. So we'll yeah. So if you have any questions, comments, or anything for Ari, I've showed several live performances and videos and whatnots on here with her, obviously, and the other band members. So yeah, she's in the chat, you guys. Oh my god, what a big deal this is. But until then, let's see what Mr. Ace Frehley, because Ari doesn't hang around long. She's here and then she's gone. So oh, you hear that, Ari? We should go to Toronto. What's Josh's biggest shortcoming as a musician? My alcoholism, I would say. They're driving back from a show from Kokau Beach. Kokau, New Guinea.
My brother's folk guitar. I was the youngest of 3 kids. My brother and sister used to do Peter.
All right, you know what? Fuck this. We're doing I'm gonna play a Dance with Ghosts music video. Then we'll get to this Ace Frehley one. It's Ari as her character Alaric. It's a Dancing with Ghosts original, and it's kind of like Halloween-ish. It's also a little bit cringe because it's when I first started kind of making videos, so it's amateur hour over here. But I don't know. It's something. It's something to watch with your eyeballs. I was in my like gimp mask spandex suit era. I wasn't doing the my character, which is called Callus, which is like a witch doctor, whatever you want to call it. I'll throw that on, then we'll do this because we have a celebrity invasion in the chat now. That's obviously a joke. Nowhere near a celebrity, but yeah. So sorry, random Dancing with Ghosts sidetrack here because Ari's involved. She might be able to comment on this video. I did this whole thing all by myself, baby. Yeah. So this is basically like submitting, like you're in like a college like video course and you have to submit your end of the year project. This is essentially what this is. That's back when Ari went by dead name.
In the middle of the night,
as I'm lying in bed,
I feel the grip, the crushing grip.
I've never been so scared in my whole life.
In my whole life, better never let anyone know when I'm feeling it slip. I've lost my grip, I've lost my grip on reality. I hear the voice calling out to me.
We're the kind you can't trust, no more hiding from us.
Nightmare.
Mary officially doesn't understand the internet. She said, please don't dead name me. She's basically asking everybody to dead name her at this point. Don't do it, but as soon as you tell someone not to do something. You fool, have I taught you nothing from the internet? Have I taught you nothing? Don't tell anybody not to do something you don't want them to do because they're just going to do it. Well, not these. It's now just like 50-something people who probably actually like us, but whatever.
Someone thought to tie it up.
That's a bridge in Jacksonville.
As goes the night.
I feel the slip in this abyss.
Handcrafted cage my skull I cannot stand.
You cannot stand. In the dark I can see white spots, a way to cope, but I see false hope, only false hope staring back at me. These dissonant dreams are my reality.
This is where it gets all emotional and serious, you guys.
My eyes were closed, but I still heard everything you said.
I don't know. I was trying shit back then.
I'm not in pain
This is like a
anymore.
student film, so I'm talking over it.
I'm full of light.
This kind of cringes me out a little too much.
Raise your
What's that? Do another shot? All right. Yeah, I already said it looks like as I'm like picking up her. All right, so the concept is lost on everyone except me apparently. And I don't even feel like getting into it, but she said whenever I picked up the dress, it looked like I was like checking like a woman's rack of dresses to see like, oh, is this my size? What's the tag on this say? And it actually it do look like that. It do. What year is this? Seems pretty on par with 2008 to 2010 YouTube, and then when everyone did skits in like 2012, nothing wrong with this. Oh, this was 2018, maybe 2019. The way after all that was, yeah. Like I said, student film, turning in my student film at the end of the year. Kind of, that's what this was. Follow me. Oh yeah. Wait, maybe 2017. It's you know it's you know. Those blinds are still in my house right now. So yeah, that was that. I feel like I at least ought to play like one that, I don't know. I already feel like I should do one that does us a little bit more justice now. Well, or should I? I don't know. No, I don't want to get too far off from the Ace Frehley theme here. The man just died after all. Let's get back to that guitar thing.
I'm about to meet Ace Frehley at Electric Lady Studios, which is where Kiss did their first demos and did a lot of other stuff. And Ace Frehley was one of the coolest guys who ever played rock. And he wrote my favorite songs of theirs.
Oh! $10 from Danielle Rocker Xerox. Take another shot, sir. Well, who am I to deny my public of my liver health, kidney health, and mental health by taking another shot. $10 will pretty much buy you a new liver if it starts to fail. Okay, Prost. All right, now I'm finally getting to where I like you guys. Here we go. Here we go. This is a more boutique live stream. I'll say that. All right, if you're not talking about Bimmy, they don't want to hear about it. That's fine. We got the real ones who are sticking around.
So yeah, I'm freaking out. You know me. Hey, I'm Matt Sweeney.
Matt.
Yeah.
Okay, Matt.
And you're Ace Frehley.
That's what they tell me.
Holy shit.
And it gets to the point there when you hear something like that. It's like, that's not that great of a guitar solo, but it's who's playing it though, and it's how it's played. It's like fucking Ace Frehley's playing that, and yeah, it's a little sloppy. Not it doesn't have the finesse, but that's how he plays though, and he's like sold a bajillion records. How many have you sold? It's like when Rick Beato gets like in the weeds with like technical shit. It kind of, there's a disconnect there because like it's like, well, clearly Rick Beato is very talented, but like, has he ever like, done anything of significance pop culturally outside of his YouTube channel where he's just breaking down other people's music? It's like, clearly, like, I don't believe that Ace Frehley has memorized all of the modes and scales and time signatures and all that. He just plays like kind of what he feels. Probably learned like 1 or 2 pentatonic scales and just got creative from there. Peter Gabriel said this one time about musicians, and it's like the more limitations you put on musicians, kind of the better they do. And I totally agree with that, because it's like, well, if you only know like say 2 scales to solo from, you have a very limited toolbox, and you're gonna learn the fuck out of those 2 scales and push them to their limits and do more interesting things with them, rather than knowing every scale, every mode, every whatever, every variation of a chord, major, minor, sustain 2, sustain 4, fucking, what do they call it? Major 11th, major 7th, minor 7th, you're all that shit, basically. You know what I'm talking about. These terminologies are leaving my brain with the quickness. Oh, Amanda Roger, by the way, sorry, Amanda R. I shipped your shirt out today. Yeah. I need to up the Canadian shipping. It was a little bit more, not too much more though, but yeah, the prices have gone up on shipping everywhere with the shirts. Like, it's crazy. Even domestic, it was like $8. It used to be like 5 or 6.
I started playing guitar on my brother's folk guitar. I was the youngest of 3 kids. My brother and sister used to do Peter, Paul, Mary songs and the Byrds and stuff like that. Yeah, but I was always a rocker from day one, so I learned a few chords on that, and a friend of mine had got an electric guitar, and one of those little amps with like a 6-inch speaker. Mm-hmm. Plugged it in and turned the volume up to 10 and hit an E chord. And I was in love. We put a band together. And, we were doing church dances, and, one of the first gigs I ever did, I remember very vividly. It was a synagogue in Riverdale, New York. Mm-hmm. We did a couple of Beatles songs, a couple of Stone songs. The crowds got bigger, the amps got bigger as the years progressed, and the rest is history.
If we're going to jump into Kiss for a minute, those guys had some songs together, and you came in to audition. And what was the audition like?
I auditioned for them on 23rd Street in the Loft, and it was just, Paul, Peter, and Gene.
Did they throw songs at you to play? Like,
the first song they played for me was Deuce.
And you'd never obviously heard it before.
No. They just said, we're going to play this song. It's in the key of A, tuned down a half step, of course. And I just jammed and played every riff.
I'm surprised he knows keys. Key of A, tuned down a half step. That's more than what I thought Sorry, I'm not trying to be condescending towards Ace's knowledgeability here towards guitar terminology, but I didn't think he knew keys or if something's half step down or All right, well, I'm just taking my grain of salt. I watched this interview a long time ago. I forgot that little tidbit of info.
I knew while they were playing the rhythm part, and pretty much Gene and Paul have said, in statements that after they heard me, well, they knew right away that I was the guy.
With that riff, it's got that ding 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 ding.
It's a little
What is that? What is that?
It comes with
Ding, ding. Yeah, that.
Yeah, it's called vibrato. That's all that is. It's just bar chords, and you you take your I guess your ring finger in this case off, and then you just do some vibrato on that. That's all that. I don't know, man. Just kind of, for some reason, it warms my heart to hear one of those classic rock guitar players in that. I mean, this came out what? Oh shit! Fuck my stupid Dancing with Ghosts video. God damn! I want to see where this came out. Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, this only came out in February of 24. Okay. Yeah. So. Hearing one of the titans of that classic rock sound do his thing there in February of 24, that shit's cool.
Wow, holy
that's
shit.
What happened that day. Pretty much that was it. It wasn't really much different than what you just heard.
And what's the opening lick? Oh my God. There's a detail that I always loved about it. I really like the way that those first records have this kind of almost feeble guitar sound. It's not like a really loud guitar sound, so you could really hear the strings and how it's
Yeah, there's a pickup on that.
Yeah.
A lot of people don't catch.
Yeah.
And when I play, I'm always kind of muffling the strings. There's a little hop there.
Yeah, that chicken. Yeah, so you call it a hop?
I don't know what I call it. I don't know musical terms.
Well, that's what I'm saying. But everybody has their own language. There's a wheedle. I don't. Do you call it a wheedle?
A what?
I hated when he said that, a wheedle. I hate that. Wheedle. Yeah, everybody knows that, but he didn't have to say it in that way. That was just too Caucasian for me to enjoy, honestly.
Wheedle, like a wheedle. Wheedle, like. Yeah.
I don't know what anything's
So you don't
called.
have any personal name for any guitar moves? Was it Gene who invented the
You know what Gene used to do? On some of my solos, I do those weird bends.
Yeah.
He used to call them dinosaur bends.
See, all right, now we're getting
Hey,
somewhere.
do a dinosaur bend in this part.
Can you show a dinosaur bend one more time for the camera?
Dinosaur bend. No one ever taught me how to play, so I really don't know what I'm doing. Even to this day, I still I'm just winging it.
How do you do Shock Me?
Shock Me.
Yeah.
How's it start off?
It's...
that. See, I'm bending the.
Yeah, I like that bend. That is an interesting bend. This is guitar nerd shit at this point. That's a cool bend. I do like that. That would have not been my natural choice. That's kind of what like sets Ace apart a little bit there. Like he does interesting shit like that with like basic chord structures.
An E string to a G. And then you hit the open G.
Bending the F sharp into a G on fret 2 on the first string if you know tablature. Yeah, that's I mean, yeah.
Hear that?
Dude, Ace still had it, bro. Until the very end, Ace still fucking had. He had the goods, man. Like, for like that genre of rock, obviously, it's like not anything modern per se, but like if you're like talking about like history of like that classic rock guitar sound, like Ace was, I would say that Alex Lifeson from Rush was a little, highly more advanced, and he went on to do way more interesting shit. But we're not talking about Rush. We're honoring Ace Frehley's memory right now, and he had that classic rock, minor pentatonic shit down.
So that was a childhood dream achieved, being able to sing along with you while you're playing your solo. Thank you. My friend Matt Quigley would always talk about how you have singable solos.
I've always thought that the best
Bro, David Gilmour had singable solos, okay? If you want to talk about fucking singable solos, David Gilmour, Pink Floyd, the most singable solos. Fuck off. You can't touch David Gilmour's guitar solos. I will pull up Comfortably Numb right the fuck now and tell me you can't sing to that. Or Wish You Were Here, which he actually actively, on the record, sang that solo in the background. It's light, but you can hear it. He's got singable solo. I don't know if Kiss has singable solos. It's minor pentatonic wankery, but it's cool when Ace does it.
Also, the ones that you can hum.
Mm-hmm.
I've always tried to use themes that actually return to the theme, or play inversions and stuff. On this.
Okay, well, by inversion, what do you mean by inversion?
Well, play an octave of something. It's sometimes I'll double the solo.
It seems like it's important to you to really attack the guitar and to really sort of.
It's all in technique.
Yeah.
And it took me a while to develop my tremolo. I mean, there's a lot of ways to do it, Not everybody can play like me, because I can start off slow and then speed it up.
Like, for example, like what would be an example?
I hear the harmonics and guitar players don't muffle the strings and rest their hand. See, that's what I love about Les Paul, because you can rest your hand on the bridge.
Right.
And control the amount of ring in the sound. You know, a lot of times I get harmonics, you know? Where you hit the string matters.
So is your thumb?
I'm hitting the string with my pick and my finger at the same time.
And like your
so
thumb.
It's kind of muffling the string, but it's still.
What about that? Okay.
We call that chicken pick.
Yeah, I was gonna. Okay. So let's see. That's the chicken. That's the ace move. Is the chicken?
Firehouse.
Oh, so cool, man.
I'm giving away all my secrets.
Yeah, that's with your solo record, which is unbelievable. Why does it sound so good? Still, it just really leaps out.
I have no idea. Like, I don't know what I'm doing. Sometimes when I'm writing, I just get the feeling like it's being beamed into my head. Same thing with lyrics. You know, I have no problem at all writing lyrics. Sometimes I'll write, 3 verses in a half an hour. Don't ask me how.
So it's always been
It's never been an effort for me. I'm not like one of the, Gene used to tell me that he writes 1 song a day. And I used to laugh at him. I go, why? Because of discipline. I sit in my closet and I write a song down, Yeah. I go, well, I might not write a song for 3 weeks, and then I'll write 3 songs over a weekend when I'm inspired, because that's when you write your best stuff. And, if you feel confident and you come across confident, you can get away with it.
If there's anything that you could tell a kid about playing guitar.
My advice for anybody in life is just do what you enjoy doing, and don't give up, and persevere, and practice.
Thank God he told me to do what I enjoy doing, because if he didn't tell me that, then I would have stopped doing what I enjoyed doing, because that's what I tend to do. When I enjoy something, I'm like, let me stop doing that. That was my that was a poor attempt at a Jeff Goldblum. I'm sorry. I just got to throw in some Alex Lifeson. I don't.
See a proper.
Are we about to see the fucking Limelight solo here from Rush's song Limelight?
Really cutting up. Stay in tune. In fact, you can go back as far as you can too with that. Get your Jeff Beck on. Yeah, that's exactly it.
Sorry, I just have to point this man out as someone. I like Ace Frehley. I like his playing. If we're talking about overall gods to me, Rush, they're it. When it comes to guitar playing, and then of course you have your Tom Morello. That's the later generations, and we can get into that later. But and Tom Morello is a guitar god in a different way. But Alex Lifeson, the way he plays, I fucking really love a lot. And I guess we're talking about him now a little bit.
There it is. There's the chord. There's the chord. I can die now. Trust is at the top, right? Yep. How long was that project in play for the This one. for the Lurk's Head? How long was that project in play for the Lurk's Head?
Before Sportscaster.
All right, what are we doing here?
And I found that I didn't really play it much on the road. I had my 335 and I had a
All right, he's speaking in Canadian, so you guys might have to translate because I don't understand it.
couple Les Pauls. And I didn't really play the Fender. And I thought, well, why is that? Because it doesn't. I put the
I want to see. I was promised a Limelight guitar solo here. This is a long ass thing. Does he play at the end? Am I your friend? Man, there's a lot of yapping going on here. Did you ever play it? Did I skip it? Damn. I thought this would be like an easy. I honestly don't blame if anyone leaves this shit. You know what? I might wrap this shit up early tonight. I might. All right, here we go. This is what I got for you. Yeah, this is what I got. Alright, yeah, this is good. This is good for me. I just kind of want to honor the Canadians who are here too, so we're gonna watch this, and then I'm probably gonna cut it, honestly, because I had a theme, and like I don't want to break that theme too much. I guess. I mean, if honestly, when I end this, it's probably gonna be like blocked everywhere because I did so much of the Kiss meets the Phantom of the Park, whatever the fuck.
You asked me if I care.
Come on.
You asked me. Go ahead, ask me if I care.
All right. Do you care, Jim?
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead, ask me.
I just asked you.
What? Randy was a damn good assistant trailer park supervisor. Right-hand man. Hold the whole thing together. Look what happens without him. Now, I'm not saying that I can't handle it, but obviously, things happen. And you see the results and the fruits of the happening. You want to help me win a contest, little elf? Sure. Starts with a little drinky pool.
You're fucked, Mr. Leahy.
You're fucked, Mr. Leahy. This is me and Alex right now, bro. Me and Alex are Jim Leahy, trailer park supervisors.
Couple of drinks, Randy.
Idiots? Yeah, Julian. Jim Leahy here. Yeah. Public idiot number one is going one step too far. We're in the eye of a shitacane here, Julian. Ricky is a low shit system.
I'm watching you, Julian. Like a shithawk. Like a shithawk. Propane. Time to start the game. Propane.
Leahy, you're peeing yourself.
Propane.
Here you go, Jim. Propane. There you go.
Propane.
Propane. You
Fuck off, Leahy. I don't got time for this shit.
Oh my god, bro! This fucking episode was like, I don't know, probably one of my top favorites of all time. Like this particular episode.
Ricky, no guns. Jim, no guns. Look, see? No guns. Everything's cool, buddy. Jim, what the fuck you doing here, all right, man? Put the gun away before someone gets hurt.
Oh, someone is gonna get hurt, Julian.
You've completely lost your fucking mind, haven't you, Leahy?
Oh, have I lost my mind, Ricky? Or is this the way the world ends?
I'm really proud of Mr. Leahy. He hasn't mentioned Ricky once. That's a huge sign of improvement. It's so strange without Mr. Leahy in the trailer park. But he's not going to be here long. He's going to get out soon. Right, Mr. Leahy?
Nothing.
You know what a shit barometer is, Bob?
Huh?
Measures the shit pressure in the air. You can feel it. Listen, Bubs. Hear that? Sounds of the whispering winds of shit.
What the fuck are you going on about?
Can you hear it?
No, I don't hear anything.
Oh, but you will, my sorry little friend, when the old shit barometer rises, and you'll feel it, too. Your ears will implode from the shit pressure. You were warned, Bubs. But you picked the wrong side. Beware, my friend. Shit winds are a-comin'.
It's Julian. Oh, he finds out where we're shit, Mr. Leahy.
Julian, you right there, bud?
Don't tell Ray or Mr. Leahy.
Julian. I don't know where a fella could get a little drink around here, do you, bud?
Oh, he fell down the stairs standing up.
Just about anything, bud. Just think of the history we had together. Absolutely, Bubs. You're gonna have your paperwork in a minute, but first, if you don't mind, I would appreciate if you would take care of these for me, please.
What? I thought I was the
This is me and Alex every night after 2 a.m.
garden manager.
Bubbles.
Garden managers don't fucking wash old dirty pairs of underwear. This is bullshit, Mr. Leahy.
Feel that?
Feel what, Mr. Leahy?
The way the shit clings to the air, Randy?
Shit clings to the air?
It's already started, my dear good friend.
What started, Mr. Leahy?
The shit blizzard. Officer Jim Leahy, ex-officer Jim Leahy, doing surveillance on Julian, who appears to be renovating his trailer with stolen building materials and tools. For the purposes of this surveillance, I will appear to be intoxicated, but I am, in fact, sober. This, for the record, is iced tea. Begin surveillance. What the fuck are you doing here, little buddy? Have a rest. Just relax. Take a load off your feet.
This is kind of a weak Jim Leahy compilation. They could have done a lot better job on this, by the way.
What's left to say, Doc? You guys are made for each other. Two sexy guys who don't have anything to do with Jim Leahy because he likes to have a little drink once in a while. You're a crazy fucking drunk. And the only difference between me and you, Julian, is a couple of drinks.
The only difference between you and me, Julian, is a couple of drinks. That's good. That's good. I like that, man.
Yo, what's at work here? It's shit tectonics. When two shit plates strike,
shit
come together
tectonics
under incredible pressure, what happens, Bubbles?
What?
That's right. Shit quake. May the force be with you, gentlemen. And may I be with the force. And you don't have to listen to Bill's Bandy Doughboy or Team Sexy.
Bill's Bandy Doughboy or Team Sexy.
Oh my God. This.
What the freak's going on in there?
Oh, the mustard tiger. Yes, Phil.
Why they busting Leahy's cock?
But I know I can't handle this. Go and talk to her.
What am I gonna say, Mr. Leahy?
I don't know, Randy. Use your imagination. Then you come back and we'll have a little barbecue and we'll have some liquor and mustard and we have a lot of good times, Randy. What do you think?
Burgers?
Ahoy, shit liner!
Fucking J-Rock in the background. Y'all can't not be feeling this.
With the shit idiots.
Well, you're fucking dead, Leahy.
Yeah? Well, you look good.
You want to start a little piss war, Leahy? Go ahead, piss on us. I'm gonna piss on him, Julian.
Hope they don't shit on.
Dude, they like cut the scenes off before they like get good. What the fuck? This fucking compilation's ass.
Shit on who? Shit hogs. Big, dirty shit hogs. They're coming, Bubbles. They're flying in low. Just swooping down, shitting on people, and dragging them off to the big shit nest.
Back on the liquor.
Fuck, I'm sorry, Jim. I thought you were the garbage. What the fuck do you want?
Actually, Ricky, I was just driving around looking for someone to be my friend.
Oh, looking for friends, are you? So who do we got tonight? The friendly lady out for a couple drinks? Or Fucky, the drunk clown?
Ricky, you never know when the circus is gonna come to town. Better stand back, bud.
Oh, you fucking drunk prick!
Wait, that's why I'm here. I don't want to see Laney go to jail, and I don't want to see you go to jail later, Julian, because I love you. Let go! What's going on, Julian? You come for the keys to your trailer?
I'm not moving.
Is it true what they say about you and Randy?
Yeah, it is.
Let me take care of it.
You get away from me. You and I will have our day.
Well, I look forward to that day, Julian.
Oh my god, dude. I love this show so much.
You gotta go home. Randy, for fuck's sake, you gotta get out of here right now. You get out. They're gonna rip you off, Randy. They're not gonna rip me off. Yes, they are. Don't. Just you wanna fucking fight, Randy? I don't wanna fucking fight. It's late. Just go home. Oh my Jesus, look over there. See you later.
Julian, come in.
Talking about you love me, don't you, Julian?
We're doing a robbery right now. You take this, you gotta stay calm. Act normal.
No problem, Julian. No problem, bud. Act normal, right?
Just one more drink. Out of my glass before you go.
Thanks, Julian. My last drink. I finally did it. I quit drinking. Julian, you tricked me.
Well, that was a pretty shit Leahy compilation. I just grabbed the first thing I saw, but there's still some funny bits in there. That does the whole series a disservice because they like cut every scene off like before it got funnier. But anyway, that's all I got for tonight. Thanks for tuning in. Bye.